Welcome to Gooning 101 with your Professor Cold Raven, or you can call me Professor Rodriguez, whatever. It don't really make a difference. Now, today we're going to be talking about Gooning in light of the Jinxie situation. If you don't know what happened with Jinxie, his OF girl, yes, his girlfriend had an OF. Her name is Brecky Hill. Essentially, she broke up with him because he was a gooner. He couldn't stop watching corn, so she broke up with him despite the fact she has an OF page. And by the way, her OF is free. Free. That means it is cheaper than a penny. Canada has gotten rid of the penny. That means her OF is useless. Think about this, guys. Absolutely horrible. Anyway, that's not my point. The point is, because of this situation, we have to explain what gooning is, what edging is, what edge maxing is, and we have to get down to the point, because a lot of people keep just misconstruing what this is, and it's absolutely stupid. And I do want to go ahead and throw my hat in the middle and explain this much. Remember those guys who used to be part of gangs, and they would come out and say, "Yo, man, vato loco, you don't join the gang, man. You know, the gang messed me up. I was in there for 35 years, you know." That's who this guy is, right? I'm a former gooner. Recovering gooner, right? I'm like three years straight now, 3 years straight of no gooning. So we got to go ahead and explain what is gooning. Depending on who you ask, you'll get a different answer. And I think that's a problem. A lot of people would state that gooning is like edging, but like it's an actual no intent of releasing, while edging is a slow release, and that's just wrong. It's wrong. Wrong. Completely wrong. Okay? Some people would state that gooning is like having this monitor and that monitor and that monitor, and you got like this goon cave. Wrong. That ain't gooning either. So what gooning is, let me say I put you down in a scenario right here and you're starving to death. You haven't had a bite to eat in like 2 weeks. I put a magazine in front of you of topless women, and I put a burger in front of you. Are you going to grab the burger? Or are you going to grab the topless woman magazine? You're going to grab the topless woman magazine. That's how you know you're a gooner. That's how you know you're giving up basic human necessities just to shoot a load. That is the gooner mindset. It is this neglect of water, food, shelter, just to get to the spanky banky. That's what it is, guys. So now, what is the line in the sand that goes from normal to gooning? This is what this video is mostly going to be about. I think this is a huge discussion we should have. Now, in my opinion, as a recovering gooner, again, 3 years sober from gooning, I would state this much. I think that, and again, this may sound crazy to some people. Some people say that they shoot a load once a week. Okay. Some people once every 3 to 4 days. Some people once a day. Some people twice a day. Okay. Now, trying to look this up online and trying to get these statistics from, labs and scientists, they can't come up with an answer because it comes down to the person, right? It comes down to the person. Here's my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my professional opinion as a recovering goon addict. Once a day is fine. I think twice a day, okay, you had a little bit extra in the bank. 3 times a day, and I think you should be monitored. You should get like a goon monitor, kind of like a caller, that every time you go for the third one, you get shocked a little bit just to remind you, hey, you're fucking up. I think 4 times a day, you're like a baby gooner. You're getting there, You're in the premise, you're in the vicinity, you're in the stadium. Yo, it's concerning, very concerning. You're in there, but you're not like the top of the league. You're not the big leagues, okay? You're not in the MLB. This is little league shit that you're doing right now. I think 5 times a day, you get the goon badge. You're doing it 5 times a day, you're getting the goon badge, dude. Come on, at that point, we all know, by the time you hit the 5th time, nothing's coming out. And it starts to hurt, okay? We know that. Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about. We've all been there, okay? We've all been there. Recover. 6 times a day, and dude, you're putting up some stats, right? This is some stats shit, right? Okay, 7 times a day, there's no lucky 7s here. Now you're talking about, now you get into the big dogs, right? You get into the big dogs, like you're an authenticated gooning legend. Okay, 8 times a day, you should see a doctor. You should see a doctor. You should see a professional. You should see a therapist. 9 times a day, you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but at this point, you're in consideration. 10 times a day, you're a gooning Hall of Famer. And it's at that point where it's not just talking to a therapist, you need medication. You need some sort of medication. Okay, that is my professional opinion. If you're shooting 10 loads a day, you need medication. You need to be medicated. You need some sort of sedation. You need to relax. Okay, it's just not that important. Now, I do want to state this much. There's a difference between gooning and getting booty. Completely different. I think people like conflate the two, and you kind of like let them put in the same pot. It's not the same pot. If you are playing with yourself 10 times a day, that's a bad thing. Okay? Now, if you're getting booty 10 times a day, that's a good thing. There's a difference. I think there's a huge difference. There is a monstrous difference. Now, you may be stating all roads lead to Rome. You're shooting a load. But there's a difference in how you get there. Right? There's a difference. There's a difference between going on top of some really hot chick and just getting it in versus you sitting there, with your sheet over yourself with your phone, watching some midget in a dog mask rub oil on a fat chick. Completely different. You can't conflate the two. Let's not do that, okay? So you can get booty 10 times a day, but you're not a gooner. Okay, you're not a gooner. To goon, must be you have your phone out, you gotta have some sort of magazine, you gotta be going after something that you will never have. Okay? That's what it is. You are gooning, you are chasing, you got the little hypnotic eyes, with the little circles, the black and white circle. Yeah, like you've been hypnotized. Right? And you're gooning. You're gooning. That's what it is. You've been hypnotized. You're not in the real world. You're disconnected. So you can't conflate or even compare the two of getting some real booty versus gooning. Now we're going to talk about edging. What is edging? Edging is when you get there, but you just don't release. That's pretty much all it is. You keep running up to the line, but you never cross the line. You just go run back. And then you run right back up to the line, and then you run back. And then you run back up to the line, and then you run back. You never cross the line. So people try to conflate gooning and two different things. Edging is its own thing. Gooning is when, again, it's just no self-control. You have no discipline. Okay, you're saving videos. I think that the line that goes through your head where you really know that you're sick is when you're on the hub and you're 256 pages deep looking for that one video. It's a wrap, dude. It's a wrap. Yo, if you've been there, it's a wrap. And if you're saving pages and bookmarking pages, dude, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. If you're bookmarking pages and you're saying shit I'm gonna come back to this one later, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Okay? You need to get your shit together. Okay? You need to man up. You need to get your shit together. This is concerning. This is concerning behavior. Now, I got into gooning, and I'm gonna tell you how this happened. I was a teenage boy. I was a very young teenage boy. What do you think happens when you give an 11... Well, I wasn't even a teenager. It's about to be... What do you think happens when you get an 11-year-old boy internet access? I wasn't even a teenager yet. Yeah, it wasn't so good. Wasn't so good, guys. And then I got my first girlfriend when I was 15, 16. My second girlfriend during that time. Got my third girlfriend when I was 17. And this is what saved me. She was my fourth, actually. Excuse me. My fourth girlfriend when I was 17. And we were together for almost 3 years. That's what saved my life. Okay, my fourth girlfriend, we were together for almost 3 years. That saved me. It was like a release. Human interaction is the cure to gooning. That's what it is. So if you're gooning, the only way to cure yourself, you just got to go talk to a woman. That's it. Got to go talk to a girl your age. That's what you got to do. Go outside and go talk to a fucking chick. That's what saved my life. But then, after we broke up, I was used to getting that slice of pie 5, 6, 7 times a day. So now here's what happens. What happens when you break up with a chick and she was throwing you that cake 5, 6, 7 times a day? You're going to have to make up for it. And that's how I landed back in Goonsville, okay? Because I was used to just hitting that shit 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times a day. I was used to that. You know what I'm saying? You wake up in the morning, you hit that. Go make breakfast, you hit that. Then an hour later, you hit that. Come back from the gym, you hit that. Come back from work, you hit that. You know, you're laying with it, you hit that. Right before you go to sleep, you hit that. Wake up in the middle of the night, you hit that. Just hitting that. You know what I'm saying? And then when you lose that, what happens? You got to make up for that lost ground. That's how I ended up becoming a gooner in my early 20s. And then, I had an awakening moment. What was that awakening moment? That awakening moment was, I got really violent, so I got locked up for 2 months, and therefore I couldn't goon anymore. So I was like on a gooning detention center, something like that, right? And I just couldn't do it. So I was like, it was horrible, but hey, it helped, and I came out, recovered. All right, I recovered, people. 3 years clean of the gooning. No, it's actually like a year. Guys, I don't know. I'm fucking tripping right now. Guys, just don't goon. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Fuck the dates. Fuck all that. Who gives a fuck? Genuinely. Stop fucking touching yourself. That's the point of this. You gotta stop. Okay, you just gotta stop. Doesn't matter if I'm clean for 3 years, 2 years. That's not the point no more. You gotta fucking stop. A lot of you motherfuckers like Jinxie, you're getting out of hand. That's a big problem. Okay? Dude, when you're losing your girlfriend because you can't stop touching yourself to these specific videos, we don't know what you were watching. It could have been a whole bunch of midgets dunking each other in piss. Who knows? But when will it stop? Doesn't matter about me no more. It's about saving you. It's about saving you. I've recovered. Whether that be 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, I don't know. I've been so lost with the unicorns and the rainbows, frolicking with leprechauns. And I want to see you succeed too. I want you over here in the open fields. But is it going to happen? That's your choice to make. That's your choice to make. 1 time a day, you're fine. 2 times, think about it. 3 times, you're in danger, guys. You're in the danger zone. 4 times, and again, you're in the baby leagues, man. 5 times, and it's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, guys. It sucks. It sucks to watch all my brothers out there get caught up in this hurricane or this tornado and just watch your souls and lives get ripped apart. And they make live streams crying about it. You man the fuck up. Sit on your hands or something. I don't know what to do. Put yourself in handcuffs. Nah, you probably like that shit. Don't put yourself in handcuffs. I don't know anymore. At the end of the day, this was Gooning 101. We might have a second course in this. I'm not sure. I was going to say keep your hands to yourself, but that's kind of the problem that we're having here. Keep your hands occupied. There we go. Keep your hands occupied. Go solve a puzzle. Take up origami. Do some shit, okay? Do something. Go wash some dishes. But make sure you wash your hands before you go wash those dishes. Come on. Be nice. Let's play nice here. I'm your boy, Cold Raven. That was Gooning 101. Another course in the future, maybe. Not sure. We'll see what's up. Hopefully some of you guys can recover. And, yeah. I'm going to call this chick. Peace.